One. 1, 2. Check me out right here, yo.
What's going on? Michael Troop Jackson back with another edition of Fighters Talk. Right now I'm joined by none other than Ryan Hollis. Now for a while I was calling you Banana Man. First of all, still going by Banana Man?
Yeah, some people.
Some people? What was the motivation for coming out to the banana suit?
To appeal to different groups of people. You know, everybody in fighting's always trying to act like the badass and, you know, coming out flexing and screaming at people. So, you know, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to come out and make people laugh, you know, and you know, something that, you know, the kids that were there, they could laugh at too, you know, and the parents. I thought that some people would appreciate that, and you know, not to mention it just makes you stand out. You know, nobody walks out, you know, ready to fight.
Yeah, that's still one of my greatest walkouts ever is the fucking banana suit. Anyway, again, we're joined by Brian Hollis. You can be competing this Friday at Legacy 39. Now, your original opponent was Elias Garcia from Corpus Christi, but a few weeks ago, yeah, you had a change in opponents. Now you're taking on Albert Tapia. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's Tapia or something. Tapia.
Sounds like some tapioca. I don't eat tapioca. Had to change in opponents. Now for you, how did your camp change? Like how big was it for your training having two different kinds of opponents?
Oh, it's completely different because Elias is a boxer. He likes to come out and strike, and you know, I'd say he could be a technical boxer too, but a lot of times he comes out and he brawls. So you know, I was training for a guy who's going to come out and like a juggernaut try to brawl with me, and you know, I'm not gonna say what I was working on, but I was, you know, it was just different. Now I'm fighting a guy who's a wrestler, and he likes to, you know, he likes to act like he's gonna strike at first, but then he comes in, and, you know, just like every other wrestler, tries to hold you down after he gets hit with a couple punches. So, you know, it's completely different now. I've had to, you know, of course, I've had the best wrestlers around me all camp. You know, a lot of the guys that I work with are good wrestlers and stuff around my weight. Also, not to mention like Daniel Pineda. And yeah, I got those me around. So, you know, it was the studying aspect was different, but as far as like opponents, I've had wrestlers to work with the whole camp. So, you know, I'm not worried about it at all. But it's definitely different.
Now you've obviously faced one of the best wrestlers to ever compete in our sport, in Henry Cejudo. What do you feel you can take from that fight that helped you prepare for the upcoming fight?
That's confidence. You know, before I went in there with that guy, he had finished everyone. It was like 4-0 or 5-0, all by TKO knockout. I went in there on, just having dental surgery. I had pain medication, antibiotics. You know, I hadn't trained the 2 weeks prior to that. I was, you know, it was probably the worst time or lead up to a fight I've ever had. And, you know, in the whole first round, if you watch the tape, he wasn't able to take me down. He tried a couple times. I stuffed him. In the second round, I started hitting him with my hands, and I caught him in the head with a kick, and he tries to take me down and pokes me in the eye. And me, you know, I don't know why the hell I did it, but then I tried to signal to the ref, telling him, hey, man, I got poked in the fucking eye. And while I'm sitting there trying to hold the guy off, I'm looking at the ref, and then he scoops me, and I'm able to get him off me the rest of the round. And the third round, he tries to take me down, and I stuff him, and then I try to trip and take him down, and he lands on top of me. So, you know, that's the positive I take from it, is that he really didn't get a legit takedown on me being a gold medal wrestler. So, you know, every time, you know, I guess I have that confidence now. I face these, you know, other wrestlers, guys like college wrestlers or high school wrestlers and stuff, and it's just, like, so what? I've already faced, you know, the best wrestler in my weight class, period. So, you know, and he wasn't able to finish me. He basically just held me down. So, even though that's the worst that could happen, then I'm ready. So,
there you go. Now, another big kind of disappointment for you. You went from fighting on the main card to now you're on the undercard. What does that do for your psyche?
It pisses me off. You know, it's I had a lot of sponsors that I had that were, you know, that had already paid me and stuff, and I told them I was going to be on TV, and, you know, I paid, you know, I put them on the banner and stuff. They had to pay extra to get on shorts and banner, you know, thinking that they're going to be seen on TV, and then now it's just like, oh, well, you know, now you're not. Your opponent, the opponent that we got you doesn't make it a TV-worthy fight. And then I get replaced by these two females. One is 3-1, and one is 8-10. And my record is 8-5, and then my opponent's was 2-1. So, you know, you basically replaced me with a female who's got an upside down record, who's going to get probably beat down, and as opposed to my fight is always TV worthy, and I'm not just being cocky, just for my antics, whether it's my antics or it's, you know, if I can knock them out, or, you know, I'm going to make it to where people are going to want to watch it. And, you know, I had something planned for this fight too, which I'm still going to do, and that's, you know, that's all I can do really is try to make them regret it. But I understand the business side. You know, it's they wanted to get a lady fight on there, and, you know, there wasn't any girls fight on that card before, so now, you know, that appeals to the female viewers and the people that are fans of women MMA. So is what it is, man. Like, it pisses me off though, but, you know, I'm just gonna make them regret it come fight night.
There you go. Ryan Hollis is gonna make him regret it come fight night. Ryan Hollis versus Albia Tapia. Make sure you catch it. If you're not at the Arena Theater, catch it live. Actually, it'll be on legacyfights.tv.net. Just search Legacy Fights. You can check out Ryan Hollis and the type of work he's able to display.